Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing great. I was going to go ho, 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 but I can't because it's the wrong character. Hope everyone is having a great day. Happy Halloween. Oh, yes, we're going to have a choice today, little chickadees. This is the Johnny Small Pepper channel, and this is Peppers with Pepper. This is going to be the most screwed up show ever, and I want to thank you for showing, guys. Welcome, welcome. Now, I am apparently Spider Man, a really poor version of it. So I'm going to take this thing off and I'll be right back. Oh, that's much better, guys. I can breathe. It's hard to eat peppers through material, guys. Anyway, I hope everyone's had a great day. I want to thank everyone for coming. Guys, this is the Johnny Small Pepper channel. We're coming to you from Southern California between Los Angeles and Mexico. It is 4 p.m., 5:20 p.m. Los Angeles time. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for checking out the channel. If you're new here and you're watching the video replay, go to the 15-minute mark, guys, where you can watch me eat the peppers that the audience chooses. I'm so far behind today, guys, I can't even explain to you how far behind I am in getting ready for this. But it doesn't matter because we're going to have a good time. And then at the top of the hour, at 6 o'clock, Los Angeles time, we are going to raid Shane's channel. So we're going to go with, 36 minutes, 37 minutes. We'll do that. We'll raid Shane's channel. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. I hope everyone had an awesome day, guys. This is a program where you get to choose the peppers I eat. And, for the most part, guys, it's usually pretty busy. I don't expect there's going to be anyone here today because everyone's going out and taking their kids and grandkids trick-or-treating like my wife is right now. So, guys, I hope you're having a blast. If you're out there, if you get a chance to watch it, guys, which I would encourage you to do something more important with your time because no one really cares about this, I would encourage you to spend the time with the family tonight. However, if you're in here, let me thank you for coming on in. Sampy, I want to thank you for being here. John P., thank you for being here. Chew, welcome for coming in. Possum Outdoors, long time no see, buddy. Hope you're doing great. I hope I didn't fool you in my Spider-Man costume here, but I couldn't breathe. I couldn't see. And it was really hard to eat the peppers through the material unless I poured them in with the strainer. I don't want to do that. Guys, I hope everyone had an awesome day. Chris, welcome on in. Did you ever get a hold of anyone today, Chris? I was listening until I fell asleep. It was one of those things. Jason from Australia, welcome on in. So far, we got Portugal. We got Australia in here. Thank you. Ellen Williamson, welcome on in. Guys, I hope everyone had a fun time out there trick-or-treating with their kids. My grandkids right now, one of them's too young, but the other two I'm sure are out trick-or-treating a little bit in their complexes and all that stuff. But we're in the mountains, and it's kind of an interesting area where we live, and very protected. So we don't really get a lot of people coming in for that, although there are some hidden gems in the way here, guys. It's pretty amazing where we live. So anyway, so tonight, guys, we are going to choose. I'm going to go a little lighter tonight because this weekend, guys, I'm going to eat a pepper called the Remmert, and it's between 2 and 4 million. It's probably hotter than Pepper X, and I'll tell you. How do I know what Pepper X is? Because Pepper X can't be that much, guys. This one pepper right here, this is a Dragon's Breath. It's a world-class pepper. This is 2.4 million Scoville, and Pepper X is 3.1. The Remmert pepper is going to be between 2 and 4. So I suspect it's going to be on the 3.5 scale, million Scoville heat, and that's not even, guys, going to throw me back too much, I don't think. Not that I'm anyone special, guys. I'm an amateur at this, and I don't pretend to know anything about this because I don't think a lot of people do. I think even the ones that talk about it, I don't think really know that much, but I'm sure there are really good, well-versed people. It's just not the people that talk a lot. And I found a few on the side, guys, that have been very friendly and offered some really good advice. Facey Ace, welcome on in. Alan Williamson, thank you for coming on in. Sampy, love having you. Possum Outdoors, thank you. 205, welcome on in, bud. Great having you here, Dan. Uh, JH Travels, welcome on in. Good seeing you in here. It's been a while. It's been very busy, guys. I haven't been able to make it out to everyone's account like I used to. Other people are not being able to make it out to accounts like they used to, guys. You just got to get in a new rhythm. Don't set your mind to people visiting you or not visiting you, liking you or not liking you. What I found is, guys, for this is my personal opinion, that many people are just out hustling for cash, right? And they're hustling because they got Thanksgiving coming up, they got travel coming up, they got gifts coming up, they may got a few bills to pay that they got to catch up on. Because one guy said it the other day perfectly. When I get a few extra dollars, they always seem to go out of my hand. And that happened to me the other day, and $5,000, boom, gone. Am I worried about it? No, but it's really true, guys. You have this money saved for something, and it just goes away because something happens that you need to take care of. So when people don't visit your accounts, guys, don't take it too personal. Give them time. I've noticed a lot of people taking breaks, guys, and I think that's healthy. So I hope everyone considers that when they're having fun here. Rio, thank you so much for coming in. I've just met you out there today. Brian Reynolds, thank you for coming on in, bud. It's great seeing you. It's great seeing you. Thank you so much. Indiana Chris, good seeing you. We got Vinko here from Croatia. Vinko's really name is Aspie, guys. I'm going to ask each of you to reach out to Vinko and give him a follow. And there are some communities, guys, that are nothing but thugs and bullies and predators, right? Everyone knows these people. In every group, there's the same people, guys. You take one failure out of one group, you put that failure in another group, and you have that person, and you have the flying monkeys. And one of the things that's really interesting about all that, guys, is that when you find good people, Aspie's one of those people, guys, and I would encourage each and every one of you to join in. He has been nothing but absolutely a fantastic supporter and an absolute gem as a person, guys. Pappy the Pod Destroyer, welcome on in. The other gentleman here, Dan the Pod Assassin, thank you for coming on in. I was just on. Oh, Johnny Knight. Good afternoon to you. We've only got 11 people in here, guys, and I'm not expecting that many people in here today, guys, because it is Halloween night, and which it should be. If you haven't gone trick or treating, I would encourage you to turn this off and go out and do that. But I want to keep my promise to Shane and raid his channel afterwards. Hopefully, he's having a program afterwards. I'm getting the Remmert in the pepper in this weekend, guys. That's between 2 and 4 million. I want to mention that again. 351, welcome. And the 2 to 4 million Scoville heat unit pepper, guys, is something that I need to try. Plus, I'm getting a whole bunch of crosses. I don't know if I'm getting 1 of a kind, 2 of a kind, 4 of a kind, or all separate ones that are just super hot peppers. But I'll try them and taste them, guys. This Sunday, I'm going to try to do multiple peppers. I'm going to try to do the Remmert. I'm going to try to do the Primatali chocolate. And then I'm going to try to do maybe the Dragon's Breath as well. Today, guys, the choices for peppers are 1, the Dragon's Breath. This pepper is formidable, guys. It's really good. The hang time is as good as the Apocalypse Scorpion. That means everything to a pepper eater, guys. Just because a pepper's hot doesn't mean anything. You want it to have a great hang time. If it's a hang time, guys, it knows you can handle this, because mentally you've got to be prepared for the long-term burn of the pepper. Something like a jalapeno that's way over hot, right? You've had jalapenos that have been right through the roof. They've been off the charts as far as heat, blown away a ghost pepper. But what happens, guys? Well, that heat goes really up really quick, super hot, and it dives down. When you have peppers like these two right here, or the Apocalypse Scorpion, guys, they hang on for 10 minutes, the same burn level. If you're in that kind of danger here, if you don't understand the pepper, guys, you can't get out. You can't get out. Aaron, good seeing you. I hope you're feeling better. Before I do this, guys, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get some water. All right, there we go. I had a glass of water. I don't know where it went, guys. So here we are. Hope you don't mind, guys. I got to do it because of gag reflex. Well, anyway, guys, we got 13 in the house. That's about all we're going to get tonight, guys, because it is Halloween. And the most important thing, guys, is that starting two, Teresa's got it now. Sierra had it first, now me, and it's 3 day stuff. Yeah, that's what I had too. My whole entire body hurt, and I couldn't keep food down, so it was kind of a crazy thing. Hammy and Son, welcome on in. This is a new person. Thank you very much for coming in. Let me see here, guys. Okay, so guys, the choices today are a Dragon's Breath at 2.4 million, 2.4 million Dragon's Breath, or a chocolate Primatali at 2.2. This is considered, guys, the hottest pepper in the world outside that you can get, that's available to a lot of people. The Remmert that I'm going to be trying this weekend, plus all the crosses, they're very rare, guys. You'll see people growing them. They're getting more and more popular. They're trying to come up with the pepper and all that stuff, guys. But the chocolate Primatali is the hottest available pepper. That's the way I like to word it, guys. I'm sure everyone could argue with that. They argue with everything else, and it's worthless. So this pepper right here is the Dragon's Breath. And Peppy and I did it. Dan and I did it. Pardon me. Dan did another pepper. He did an Apocalypse Scorpion. Dan, that pepper's coming out to you, by the way. This Dragon's Breath is coming out to you. So, one, the Dragon's Breath, or two, the chocolate Primatali. And guys, I just got a box of peppers from the AAP. And everyone knows who AAP is, guys. They're a huge channel. And I got a box of peppers and some hot sauce, and I'm looking through them. I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with them. There's a massive box. It's a box like this big. And, it's a huge box of peppers. So I may call it quits for peppers before that by next week, and I may not have a chance to get to them. But I want to thank them for their sending it out and the thoughts to this, guys. It really means a lot that they considered to send it out to me. Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors, one of the up-and-coming outdoors channels, guys. Please take a look at Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors. Uncle Don, great seeing you on in here, guys. We got 15 in the house. Crossover Paranormal, welcome on in, guys. I hope everyone's having a great night. Magic, how you doing, man? Good seeing you. We're going to be doing number one choice, guys. You're going to be picking the pepper. The number one choice is the Dragon's Breath. It's 2.4 million Scoville heat units, give or take. And this is the chocolate Primatali, considered the hottest available pepper to the general public. It's being more available this year than ever before. It's a chocolate Primatali. It is a hot pepper, guys. It gets me up to a 1. This gets me up to about a 2. This gets me up to about a 1. And I still think that it's a neck and neck. And next week, guys, Dan, the Pod Assassin, Pappy, the Pod Destroyer, myself, and I just sent out one of these peppers to one of the Dragon's Breaths to Bruce Cook for next week. We're all going to be trying to get on a show together, guys, and eat a pepper one day and eat another pepper the other day and talk about the differences in the heat, the burn time, and everything else, guys. I think it should be fascinating, guys. But in order to do this today, $60 flew out the window. And that's okay, guys, because I'm trying to give you an experience where you don't have it anywhere else, where you're witnessing people eating it, talking about the differences. You're seeing where it's burning different people in the mouth, where it's affecting them, the heat differences, and also, guys, the taste differences. What are the different experiences we're having? Because, the chili community largely talks about their experience, right? And my experience is way different than other people's experience. So if you base your numbers off of mine, it would be a mistake on your behalf. Same thing if you bet it off of Pappy's or Dan's. Okay, so guys, we got a minute before I have to eat these peppers. Number one choice, and Indiana Chris, if you would you pick the pepper? One is the Dragon's Breath at 2.4 million Scoville heat units, and this could be 2.2 to 2.5 million Scoville heat units too. This is the chocolate Primatali. This is number 2. So 1 is the Dragon's Breath, 2 is the chocolate Primatali. 1 is red, 2 is brown. They're both about the same heat, guys. And take the next 5 minutes here. Give us your vote. Chris, I'm going to ask you to tally up the votes if you would. I'm so excited, guys, for this weekend. Because this weekend, for me, guys, I get to move on from projects into other projects that are going to next go to legal counsel and everything else. And I'm very excited about that for this next year. If you like this channel, you're going to love what we're doing. If you like this, we're going to be changing a lot of this. This guy's, for whatever it's worth, there's very few people are on here, and I'm glad you come, guys. It makes me very happy that you want to see this. So 1 or 2, guys, 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2, guys. I really appreciate you coming on in. Dragon's Breath 2.48. That's right. It's a decent pepper, guys. Brian, and guys, the Dragon's Breath to me, and this is just my opinion, it got me up to above a 1. And it definitely got me to a 2. If you drink water, it's going to get you to a 2 or a 3, guys. It's going to burn you up 1 or 2 levels, and then it tapers down. But the thing that really, to me, it's not the heat level that tells me about a pepper, because I don't have the same sense of heat as other people do. It's very clear I don't, guys. And so one of the things I look for is hang time on that burn. That tells me where the men sit. If you can hang onto a burn, that's a hot burn. And for me, guys, a 2, there's no threat to it. There's no nothing. But I'm measuring the substance of that pepper by the length of the burn, how consistent it is, plus what it does. Like, it was taking nail clippers around or pliers and nipping my tongue off. It was very good pepper, guys. So if I was to give you a heat rating, I think a 2 is a failure. But you can't base it on that, guys, because my heat rating, my pain tolerance is off the charts, guys. So you can't look at it like that. What you've got to look at is when we do this next week comparatively with Dan, myself, Bruce, and Pappy. We're going to be eating a Dragon's Breath one day and talking about it. And then the next day, I think, may do them both on one day, but I think it's a lot. And then the next day, we're going to be doing the chocolate Primatali. And we're going to be doing the same type of analysis, guys. It is scientifically void because it has, I can tell you, it's worse. It's a case study minus. A case study is the lowest form of information I can give you, guys. It means that it's my opinion. All the factors are documented. It is, you'd have a surgeon, a physician come in, a nurse come in, a physician's assistant or a nurse practitioner come in. They take all the vitals, they look over you, they take all the blood measurements, and then what they do is you would go through X independently without knowing what anyone else is talking about, with knowing anything. You're explaining your situation for doing one factor, period. And after that one factor is done, guys, then you do an analysis of that case study. For instance, I was in my hot tub and I was using a certain chlorinating agent. They thought I was the first patient or first person ever to go into this clinic that was allergic to chlorine. And it wasn't. It was a substance that was close to hair dye. But knowing that one case study, guys, would have been enough to put it in a major journal because it was so unique. But that one case study, guys, has zero merit if you're taking a look at the big picture on how to change priorities. What it might do for a doctor or a healthcare provider, what it might do, on the other hand, guys, is it might give someone else who sees the same factors say, wait a minute, I just saw a case study like this. That's as high as it goes. Then you go multiple case studies. Then you go an analysis of the case studies, right? And then you do a trial. Then you do a blinded trial. Then you do a multi-center trial. Then it goes up and up and up and up. And I'm going to tell you, one of the things that I was involved in was up to $30 million running one of these. And it was a long process. These people are heavyweights when they do this. So we're talking about the bottom level of information and then down some. That's why there's really not a lot of credibility what one person says. You got to look at all the people and come up with the analysis on what they think and then compare it to what you're having, guys. And it could be completely different. For instance, Dan and I burn differently than Pappy does. If you listen to only Pappy, you think that these peppers only burn the throat. I never burn in the throat, except I burned in the throat one time with this pepper. I burned in the throat. It was like you're taking nails and scratching me. But that's the only time I've ever been burnt in the throat by any pepper ever. So what does it mean? The individual case study, guys, the individual's analysis of one person's experience is worth nothing. And so what you do is you compile all these experiences, you listen to all these people, you do it. And then what you do is you say, okay, so I'm not experiencing this. I'm experiencing this. I'm not experiencing what they did there, but I'm experiencing what they did here. And so you go about that, and that's how you do your analysis, guys. It's the only fair way to do it. And people that don't understand that, guys, that are out here slinging their dick around their neck to try to make themselves seem important because their numbers are lower or higher, guys, it's foolishness. It's grade school shit. So the reason I have started this channel, guys, is not to do that. What we're doing is we're trying to bring a more pragmatic look at this. We're trying to give you a more realistic sense of what would you want to know if you ate a pepper for the first time. How do you prepare? How do you analyze it? How do you judge what we're experiencing other peppers versus what you're doing? And then we go that way, guys. And it's kind of the way it is. I mean, it's supposed to be a lot of fun. Let me see who else came in here, guys. Paul, welcome on in, Paul. Great having you from the UK. Thank you very much. Expressions from the outdoors. I thank you for coming on in, guys. We're having people trickle in today. It's going to be a slow day. Photos against anxiety, guys. Let me say something about photos here. Photos is the sweet person who uses photography to express many things. And what she has is a very quick account with very simple videos that says everything. And everything is about her dogs, right? And play and stuff. And she takes these beautiful pictures of nature and stuff. It's really wonderful. And she's a gem, guys, an absolute gem. If you're not following photos, guys, you're really losing out. And I mean that. Paul, great having you. Urban Legend UK, welcome on in. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Okay, so I hope I explained my thought process. Scratchmaster, welcome on in, bud. I know I hit the like button. If not, then you know what to do, guys. Thank you very much for hitting that button, if you would, guys. And if you'd share out, that's great. If you'd leave a comment afterward, that's great, guys. Whatever you want to do is fine with me. I appreciate all of it. It means a lot for the algorithm. You know, guys, everyone has to be. Hey, Rona, how you doing? I was just on Rona's channel this morning at 2 a.m. And I saw her channel up, and I went and commented. I think it was a silent live. Thank you so much for being here, Rona. It really means a lot. Please reach out to that. Master Ruby, welcome on in. This is another new one, guys. We've had 4 or 5 new people come in today. Thank you very much for coming on in. You should have the Remmert by tomorrow. Thank you, Brian. Brian's the one that's growing these peppers, guys. Guys, when you're ordering peppers this time of season, I want to tell everyone how you have to be. If you want to be fair, in my opinion, you're going to get boxes of peppers. I received 4 boxes of peppers. One of them was complete liquid when I got it. Another one had a few bad ones. Another one was perfect. And one of the things you need to be realistic about when you get these perishable items, guys, is the shipping environment is a disaster. And these people are sending you their best product they possibly can. You need to give them a little bit of leeway, guys. These are viable business people that are doing this to the best of their ability. And I just talked with someone. I said, you know, none of your peppers made it. And they said, oh, that's a shame, you know, that we have X and Y. And I said, it's no problem. It's this time of the season. It's your growing. I want to make sure that you understand before we do that, you need to be, if you're ordering this kind of stuff through the mail, you need to be fair to the vendors. That's the only thing I'm saying. And on top of that, you need to be fair when you're in your analysis, guys. You don't want to blow up their peppers being the hottest in the world, and then they're not. What you want to do is you want to give your honest opinion. Don't bloviate. Be as pragmatic and simple as you can so people can understand it, and then they can make their decision if they want to do it or not. It's not about how little burn you had. It's not about how much burn you had. It's not about your skin tone or an endorphin rush. All those things mean a lot of things to a lot of people. They don't mean anything to me. All I do is I eat the pepper, I tell you my experience, and I hope it translates to you in a very fundamental level. I have no interest at all in being the big pepper eater guy. I have no interest in that. What I would rather be is when everyone's done eating the pepper, they say, well, let's go see what Johnny says, because Johnny's always right in the middle, where I want to be, guys. I don't want to be on either extreme. I think I try to be in the middle where I should be because this is not a bravado thing for me. It's more of a fun, it's a personal challenge. And if you knew more about me, you'd understand a little bit more about that. Tales Told in the Dark, thank you so much. Brian Reynolds, thank you so much for the peppers and sending them out. Thumpaholic, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Everyone from all over the world. God is Great from Japan, thank you for being here. Guys, Lawless, thank you for being here. Guys, we got a ton of people in here. I'm really surprised. Anthony J. all day was just listening to your live today. He did a huge backlash on his reel, guys. So, guys, before we continue with me babbling, I need to know, Chris, can you give me a 1 or a 2? 1 or 2. Anthony J., good seeing you, buddy. Big Sun's Lawn Care, thank you so much for coming in. Bruce, you're getting a Dragon's Breath, Bruce. Ann Dueman, thank you. Ann Dueman has 100,000 subscribers, guys. If you tell her that I sent you to her channel, she's in the middle of the night, and you sit by and let her acknowledge you, guys, work your way into her channel because there's a system going on. She does games with the people, and just work in, and you give yourself 2 or 3 weeks to do this. I'm going to tell you, you say that I sent you and you let the system play, right? It's going to be flying. You've never seen a chat fly like this before, guys. It's literally a person on the bottom goes instantly up to the top and it doesn't stop. So you need to give it a chance. But once you meet that, Ann will be your biggest fan. And I'm going to tell you because Ann and I don't get to her channel very much anymore. I'm busy at work, but you want to know Ann. Trust me, Ann is one of those people. Thank you, Ann. Appreciate it. All right. Brian Reynolds, 1. Okay, so what is it, Chris? What's the final? Is it 2, Brian? Chris, is it 2? Is it Chocolate Primatali? Can you give me the final vote? Chris, can you give me the final vote? Is it 1 or 2? 1 or 2. Is it 1, Dragon's Breath, or is it 2, the Chocolate Primatali? And guys, tell me in the chat if that makes sense what I'm trying to do with the information I give you, because I'm trying to keep it right down the middle until we can move everyone forward at the same time. Yes, 2. Okay, great. We're going to eat the Chocolate Primatali. That's a great pepper, guys. I've eaten 16 of these, 15 of these, 10 of these, 9 of these, 7 of these, 6 of these, 5 of these, 4 of these, 3 of these, 2 of these, 1 of these, and I'm going to eat 8. I've got to eat 8, so I might have 8 left, guys. The big thing with the Chocolate Primatali, guys, this is pretty much the hottest regularly available pepper. And yes, guys, Brian could probably tell you what he thinks about this as well. But I'm not going to argue about that, guys, because I think that if it's recognized as one of the biggest punching peppers ever, they're readily available. I think Dragon's Breath here, and we're going to be analyzing that next week, guys, is probably a new standard that we're going to have to look at, guys. So we're going to be all analyzing it. We're going to all burn together. We're going to all give our opinions of ourselves, and I hope you get to join us. This weekend, I'm going to be doing Brian Reynolds' Raymer pepper, and then Brian, I'm going to probably text you and find you a little bit more about those other peppers that you're sending, because I'm going to do multiple peppers with the Remmert. I think I'm going to do Chocolate Primatali. I'm going to do the Remmert. I might do a red Primatali, and I might also do a Dragon's Breath if I'm feeling comfortable. I just don't know if I will or not, guys, and I'm very cautious with this. Bruce Cook, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Okay, guys. Mike Reese, welcome on in. It's great to see you guys. And by the way, I just got noticed that I can get monetized here. So I can be monetized now on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. They sent me the other day that I was reaching 900,000 people a month, new accounts. It's not that way right now because I haven't been posting that much. Okay, so here we go, guys. We're going to be eating a Chocolate Primatali. Look at that bad boy. This pepper is probably within 6 days of, I wouldn't, the firmness is starting to leave, guys. These peppers are good for 2 or 3 weeks, guys. And then at the end of the growing season, when they're the hottest, guys, that's when they get to be the hottest. That's, guys, is when they start losing their consistency and they may soften up and it may give you more of a gag reflex. The Chocolate Primatali is my favorite pepper right now. And at the end of next week, I could change my mind, guys, because I really think it's going to be the Chocolate Primatali or the Dragon's Breath. For heat and hang time, I think that this pepper isn't the long hang time that the Dragon's Breath is. I think the Dragon's Breath is an absolutely brutal pepper, guys. Peterson Farms, welcome on in. Do the Red Hydra. Okay, all right. I'll ask you some more about that. I'll ask you some more about that. Uncle Ruds, welcome on in, buddy. Thank you for sharing me out, guys. Hey, Nora, Stock Explorer, here we go, guys. This is the chocolate Primatali. Make sure when you do these, guys, if you're new at this, make sure you eat some peanut butter. Otherwise, you're going to have issues. Very, very Primatali. I'm not getting any heat. Nothing. I'm not even at a 0.1. Give me a second. Okay, so guys, I'm getting nothing off of it. Here we go with the Dragon's Breath. We're eating both. How's that sound? Does that sound good, guys? Here we go. This Dragon's Breath has a very bitter aspect to it. Primatali gave me nothing. It was 0. And that's a hot pepper. Right now, and I know I'm going to climb, I'm at less than a 1. Top of my tongue is starting to climb. It's really hard for me to describe what this Dragon's Breath tastes like. It's almost floral to me, but it's not. It's like a drier sheet, but it's not. Brian, you do some wonderful peppers. Thank you, Mike. I'll consider it. Okay, so where am I? Top of my tongue is burning. It's at a 1. So what am I feeling, guys? This is a 1 out of 10 scale. This pepper is going to increase in heat for the next minute or two. I can feel this one is a good pepper, guys. We're definitely increasing. Would someone put Ohio River History's link up? We're going to be rating his channel 5 minutes before. So what time is it now, guys? 1 second. It's 5:54, so we're rating in 3 minutes, guys. Okay, so this pepper right now is a 1, solid 1. It's over 1, and it's not a 2. But guys, you cannot judge that about the pepper's heat for me. I'm going to tell you how good this pepper is. It's not the heat to me that means the pepper's good. This pepper is biting my tongue off. It's ripping my tongue off. Harry Humstone, welcome on in. Mom Sheep Bing, welcome on in. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's. I agree. I think it's, guys. It's about. For me, it's taste. My tongue just went up. It's between a 1 and a 2, guys, where it was yesterday. It's about taste. This pepper, of all the peppers I've had, is really significant. If you do peppers and you eat a Reaper and it's hot, this one I think is going to give you some trouble. I'm between a 1 and a 2, which makes sense, guys. But I think the average pepper eater eating this would be at a 6, a 5. Because our pain scales are different. Let me see if my mental pain scale is different than my physical. No, they're identical. There's no variance. There's nothing telling me that anything is different. This pepper's burn time, guys, is off the hook. To me, it's not how hot the pepper is. If the pepper is 2 million, 2.4 million, 2.6 million, 2 point whatever it is, guys, and it comes up and down, it's not a hot pepper. It's not a hot pepper. It's if it stays there. It needs to test you mentally up here. Tongue is heading up to a 2. Guys, it'll be like this for another 9 minutes. So today I had a choice between a chocolate Primatali and a Dragon's Breath. Chocolate Primatali today got me up to a nothing. Not even a 0.1. So I did the Dragon's Breath on top of it. And it's the Dragon's Breath that's punching me right now. This is really great pepper, guys. This pepper has the Apocalypse Scorpions hang time. Maybe a tad longer. Maybe shorter. We have to give that a look, guys. Gag reflex, not much. Not a ton of C's. For me. Very calm with this pepper right now, guys. I'm just going to bump it up to a 3 with the water, guys. So it's going to go higher. And then it's going to go right back down to where it was, which is between a 1 and a 2. Here we go. We're going up. Drinking water clears your throat, but it also increases the intensity by moving the capsaicin around or doing something to it. I'm at a 2, exactly. Good burn, guys. This is a world class. World class. Yeah, this is really good. Let me see who's in chat here, guys. Thank you, Harry, for coming in. Mom Shi Bing. Okay, Chris, have a great night. And thank you for coming. River Rat, good seeing you, buddy. Your eyes are starting to water finally. Nose, runny. I have a cold. This burn is no different than yesterday for me. And I had a chocolate Primatali on top of it. So good burn, great pepper, substantial pepper, guys. Well done, Brian. Well done on this one. I love this pepper. And guys, it's where it's burning. It's I feel it in my stomach. It's warm. It's going to go back down. It's not a 1. It's not a, oh, I'm going to get sick. It is, I ate something hot, and it's going to go back down in another 2 or 3 minutes. There we go. So, guys, I want to thank you for being here. This is Pepper today. We ate a chocolate Primatali and a Dragon's Breath, guys. The Dragon's Breath did all the work. Primatali got me up to a nothing. And that's not uncommon, guys. Primatalis will get me up to a 1. 1 will get me up to a 1. It's really not substantial. The Dragon's Breath, guys. This pepper's here, man. This pepper is, if you think you can do peppers, this one will kick you in the teeth. It's like a horse hoof. Yeah, it's pretty good pepper, guys. Thank you for sharing Ohio River Histories, guys. What time is it? It is 6 o'clock, guys. It's time to head over to Ohio River Histories channel. I hope you have a great night. I want to thank each of you for being here. Thank you so much, guys. Bye now.